change of plans. So before we start, just a little PSA. My neighbors are moving, so if you hear any noise in the background, that is probably why. Second of all, I don't think this will come as a surprise to any of you, but Paula and I have been talking, and we decided to change up our Percy Jackson read-along. Now, this is not a major change. I think if you look up into the story graph or just Google the Percy Jackson universe, there are a lot of books in this universe. And our initial thought was we're just going to read Percy Jackson and the Olympians and we're going to be done with it. But then this month, when we started reading Percy Jackson and the Last Olympian, we realized, or I mainly realized, that we were already at the end of the original 5 books that were published in this series. And that got Paula and I talking about whether or not we want to do the thing that we said we were going to do and just finish out Percy Jackson and the Olympians, or follow the publication order and squeeze in another series. If you look at it, between the release of the 5th and the 6th Percy Jackson book, I think there's quite a few years. I think there's like 6 or 7 years in between them. I could be hugely wrong. But there are a few years in between that. And in between that, Rick Riordan has released the Heroes of Olympus series. Now, the first book in the series is The Lost Hero. And we have actually decided to just squeeze that in, So instead of February being the month that we're going to be reading Percy Jackson and the Chalice of the Gods, February is actually going to be the month where we're going to start the first book, The Lost Hero, of the Heroes of Olympus series. Now, this series contains 5 books, so that means that this series is going to take us all the way up to June to finish. And then in July, we're going to revert back and we're going to go back to Percy Jackson and the Olympians and then obviously the Chalice of the Gods and finish that one out. Now, there are only, I think, 2 books left. We have the Chalice of the Gods and then we have the Wrath of the Triple Goddess that is only left in the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series. There is, if you look it up on Storygraph, there is a supposed 8th book in the works. But as of this moment, we don't have any information on it. We don't have a title. We don't have a release date. So I don't think that book is going to get released by the time we finish. Now, there will be an updated graphic posted on the Discord, Paula's Discord, in the links in the description down below. And that is where we're still going to be chatting all things Percy Jackson. We are obviously still going to have all of the sprints every single month. Both Paula and I are going to be sprinting now in February for the Heroes of Olympus series. This was not what I was expecting at all. I wasn't expecting to actually enjoy this series as much as I have and to just be like excited to prolong my stay here. Because this does mean that I'm going to have 2 read-alongs going at the same time for about the same length of time this year. Because obviously I'm still doing the Throne of Glass read-along with Donna. And now also the Percy Jackson read-along that is turning out to last a lot longer than I was planning. But that just shows you how much I'm enjoying my time here. Also, they're middle grade books. They read very fast. But they also have very heavy themes in them sometimes. So, not for the faint of heart, because people do die. Spoiler alert. So that's going to be all for this video. It's going to be short and sweet. I hope, and now my cat is making noise, which is wonderful. I hope that you're excited about spending more time in this universe, the same way Paula and I are. And join us in the fun is all I can say. It is a short video for me this week. Work is being stressful. I'm not gonna lie, it's taking a lot, not just out of me, but out of the entire team. There is a very precarious thing going on, sadly, and it's taking a lot out of us. So I am trying to get motivated to read and film, but it's very difficult for me. So I'm hoping that next week I'm not at work as much and I will have some time to just relax and collect myself. Also, we have the winter getaway of Donna that is coming, which I'm hoping is going to help me to just relax. So however next week turns out, I will most definitely be seeing you guys during 2 sets of sprints that I have planned. On Saturday, we're doing sprints for Donna's 72-hour winter getaway, like readathon that she is doing, her 72 hours. And then on Sunday, we still have the bi-weekly bookmark that's going to be happening. So you will be seeing me next week. I will be trying to get a video out for you guys next Sunday, but then again, I also want to take care of myself and not want to force myself to put something out that I will then not be happy with. So that is also something that I'm keeping in the back of my mind. But with all of that said, I hope you're excited about this turn of events, and I will talk to you or see you all hopefully very soon. Bye.